There has been a ton of people that have talked about this story, and only the very rarity of people have got this completely right. Today I'm going to be getting into the real reason why WWE Superstars are no longer on Twitch. I want to preference this. I will be getting into the paid situation in a minute in this video. I know it's, for some weird reason, the page thing has dominated everything today. But just like the professor from PW Hustle said, and I've been saying for ages, Page isn't the reason why the WWE Superstars have lost Twitch. It's not. It's not the reason. I will tell you the reason. Here is the reason. Roll the footage. Roll the goddamn footage.
When it came to the rumor about Paul Heyman and me being upset with him because he didn't take up for Gallows and Anderson before they got released, that's not what it was at all. Not even close. I'll give you a snippet of what me, Gallows, and Anderson already know. He's a liar. Now you know. I'm sure you've heard that before. If you go back in some ECW days, you'll hear that. He's a bold-faced liar. And so that's my take on that. I will let Gallows and Anderson.
When's that come out? You know?
I think as soon as they're able to talk about it.
This was the straw that broke the camel's back. This was the main reason why this happened. So essentially WWE, seeing the whole Twitch stuff, they kind of ignored it. And then seeing Lana buying energy drinks. They seen people like, you know, other female performers charging people $500 for a shout out. I'm sorry, if you have to pay $500 for a shout out, you really shouldn't have any money. I'm just saying. Just look at that whole Alexa Bliss thing. But at the end of the day, they could kind of forgive that. But whenever you're literally going on your platform, bashing other employees, WWE are going to be like, nah. Number one, it's going to put U-Shoot out of business, which I don't want. I actually love those guys. I actually been binge watching their actual videos recently. But kayfabe commentaries, you call them. And but AJ went on there and he was like, yo, like about Paul Heyman. Look, I love AJ Styles. I actually do. I'm actually one of the rare ones that like him. I know a lot of people won't admit that. I actually do like him. But he, yeah, maybe not the best idea to do it while you work for the company and bash Paul Heyman, and call him a liar and just outright bury him. You know, and that's not to say that he's wrong in any stretch of the imagination. I just feel as if it's unprofessional. Like, you know, if you're gonna go on U-Shoot with kayfabe commentaries and you've left the company, fine. But, like, don't risk everything just because you're on Twitch and you say something dumb. That's what I think was the real reason why this happened. And as I said, the whole story that came out with Alexa Bliss with the guy asking to marry her who paid like I think $500 or whatever. But even that being said, you know what? I'm all for the side hustle. I actually am not one of these people that's going to say WWE Superstars are in the wrong for doing this either. I believe WWE should set up something where they can do this no problem. I actually do think that they should have the ability to as independent contractors. But we all go back to the previous video that I talked about. They're independent contractors. You're an independent person that's under contract. It's very, like, I've said this even in my last video, the term independent contractor can mean anything. I'm an independent contractor. Like, it doesn't really mean anything. And I do feel as if WWE need to move away from that term. And, like, they like to ban all the wrestling sayings. They should ban the word independent contractor. Like, call it something different. Like, because it just confuses people. I'm surprised some of the talent aren't doing this and are confused. Like, I would be confused if I was in their position. And I do think WWE, to a certain degree, are wrong for doing this. They could have handled it better. Okay? But, in saying that, it goes back to my last video. Xavier Woods has it in his contract where he can actually do this. There are superstars in WWE that don't have the right information on their contract that states that they can do it. They just don't. Paige, unfortunately, is one of them. Okay, and that's going to get into the Paige. Now, I could show the clip of Paige on here. Unfortunately, she was playing, like, really unrelated music to her being quite emotional. I just want to say this. I like Paige. I've actually defended her on multiple occasions when everyone was trying to bury the hell out of her during the whole Barrel Del Rio situation. I was the one that defended her, alright? I actually like Paige. I think, and it is unfortunate that she's retired, okay? But I think even she would agree that the way she went about the situation was wrong. I think she went about it the wrong way. And I understand exactly where she's coming from. I'm not saying she's wrong, by the way. I don't think that she is. 100%. I do think WWE superstars should have that ability to perform on Twitch. But the thing is that it's just exactly what happened with the AJ situation. Exactly what happened with the Paige situation. What Paige has been trying to fight for on Twitch, she then proved WWE right by doing what she did last night. Now, again, I don't think the girl's wrong. I don't think she's wrong. I feel sorry for her. I understand. I know exactly what she means. You know, with, you know, your whole mental health and everything like that. I use the gym. I go to the gym and stuff like that. That's how I get my head cleared, okay? And in her mind, she likes doing it on Twitch. 100%. I actually don't think for 1 second it's anything about the money with this. Because some people are like, well, she's getting paid by WWE. You don't understand. You don't understand. Some people just don't really fucking care about money, alright? Look, if I cared about so much money, do you think I'd be doing Patreons and GoFundMes and I'd put 1 billion ads on here? I'd be a rich man on here. But no, I'm not like the rest of these absolute muppets on YouTube. I did it the hard way. I worked my ass off, got myself into a position where I'm very good, and I'm in a position, thankfully, where I can do YouTube and not have to worry about donations. Okay? Look, I get it. Some people want to do donations, that's completely up to yourselves. Personally, it's not for me. But, for these WWE performers, if they believe that they want to do it, they should do that. But I think the way Paige was saying about a union, they're never doing that. I'm sorry, Paige. Look, I think your heart's completely in the right place. I absolutely believe that your heart's in the right place. But you're going about it the wrong way. Okay? WWE ain't gonna do a union. They've been talking about that since the goddamn 80s. And it hasn't happened. Vince just doesn't want it. He just doesn't want it because of these independent contractors. And I have to say, I have to call WWE out on this as well. I think the way they're going about it is wrong. But I think the WWE superstars are going about it wrong as well. And that's what we do in this channel. We look at a news story, we analyze it, find out what's happening, and take it apart and find out what's actually happening. But there's a lot of news outlets that are just saying WWE tears everybody apart. Like, or WWE superstars, like, slam WWE. Like, look, I don't think that what Paige said was even that bad. I actually think what AJ Styles said was actually way worse than what Paige said. Paige's already kind of out the door anyway with the company. Look, I understand she said, I'm sick of this company and blah, blah, blah. Look, I get it 100%. I don't think she's right either by what she was saying, but it's just that I just feel as if there's so much kind of, like, as soon as any kind of wrestling fan looks at a headline, they just jump and go, yes, that's the news. That's what happened. And it turns out it's not the case. Look, I get it. Some of you don't like WWE. I don't blame you. Okay? I don't blame you. I know some of you are very loyal to AEW. You'll defend it to the death. You think it's amazing. I understand that. This video isn't about AEW. But you gotta look at common sense when it comes to this. Anyone that knows anything about business knows why this is happening. It could have been handled better, but that's just what the bottom line is. Now, with AJ Styles, he kicked this all off. He really did. It was a straw that broke the camel's back. AJ Styles did kick this whole thing off by messing it all up. Cesaro unfortunately lost it. I didn't even know he had a Twitch. Paige had it. She's gone. I think she's doing 2 last ones and that's it. AJ Styles is like... And the thing is, though, is that I think this is a poor move in WWE's part. A lot of people are going to say, oh, well, Jerry, why is this... You're defending WWE and you're saying they're not. It's a poor incentive, but in a business point of view, you got to give your kind of employees an incentive. You got to give them an incentive. If they want to do Twitch, like, look, I understand that. Just do some guidelines. Let them do it. That's what I would do. I just let them do it. Because no matter what you do, you're gonna annoy them. But at least rectify it to the point where stuff with the AJ Styles situation doesn't happen. But by not allowing these guys to do this, they're going to leave the company. They're going to go to AEW. And I know a lot of people are like, Jerry, don't react. These guys aren't going... They are. It wouldn't surprise me if Paige goes to AEW after this. Okay? And I have to admit, WWE has done a lot for Paige as well. She's not totally in the clear. After, like, look, I understand that she said, I worked my ass off and got injured. But you have to understand, going into wrestling, that's what happens. It's sad, it's true, but that's what happens. You go, look at Ed. Ed was lucky enough to go back into the ring. But with Paige, you have to bear in mind, they kept her in the company. They kept her under contract. Despite what happened, despite obviously, and I've defended her during that whole scandal. I defended her. I said everyone's kind of overreacting over this thing. Everyone's just, and it was really weird. Like people were just like, oh, this is and it was a weird time for wrestling fans. But for me, WWE, despite that, kept her in the company, and I knew they were going to because they had to keep her in the company. And it's like, if she left, then they had to fire Xavier Woods. But they didn't. And I just feel as if this could have been handled better. On both parties. On both the WWE Superstars and WWE. I actually don't think this has anything to do with the fans. I don't know why fans are getting involved in this. Some fans are like calling for Vince McMahon's head again. It's like every day it's like, oh, Vince just... he's murdering kittens. It's like just a complete overreaction sometimes. But WWE aren't helping matters either because you're just giving people ammunition. Okay? And this is just after they beat AEW, which I know Chris Jericho's not going to talk about, but NXT just beat AEW. Not by much, by the way. It's not, I mean, let's be honest, nobody wins in between those Wednesday Night Wars or whatever day it is. But that's my whole summary on the situation. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. I don't know if you heard fireworks. It's like Belfast in the 1970s here, because some people seem to think it's Halloween now. It's like, why are you lighting off fireworks? It's not even I'm going on a rant, god damn it. But it's true though. It's like they're not even Halloween. And they're just letting off fireworks. Like dogs are freaking out. Like I already got panic already. Some of them like sound like, you know, it's like Belfast in the 1970s. Anyway, this is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel. Signing out. Hope that's cleared up a few things, because there's just some misleading stuff that I've just seen. You all know the story. You all know who to trust. General Jerry signing out.